Hey guys, on this episode of Gaming and Collecting, me and Alex are talking about our first PCs, going over the actual computers themselves, along with some of the different software and other things, along with some of the other weird 90s tech we had back in the day. But, anyways, guys, on with the episode. So, how you been? You look like you're holding in a fart.
No, I'm not. I was making my no face and going,
It got you to react, so that's all that matters.
how dare you? Trying to trick me.
So, how you been?
Not great.
Oh, yeah, because you're still stuck at home. But you got one more week.
5 days. 5 days, and then I'm back to work. And oh my god, I can't wait.
You have a school week, so.
I have a school week. Oh, I know. Well, it sucks too. I don't know if it lined up the last time. Did we talk about my bike wheel popping? Yes, we did, because I was stranded. I had to Uber. We talked about that last week. But because my bike has like these cool tires, I haven't been able to bike because I haven't been able to get the tires. They're supposed to be coming in today. And then I have more coming in Friday because I originally purchased from their website that I bought the bike from. Well, that mom bought the bike for me. Thank you, Mom. As a Christmas gift. So I went through them to like get like the actual ones that they supply. And then like they never said, like they said it shipped, but it like kept saying that UPS didn't have it yet. So I was like, fuck. I don't know what that means, but I need tires. So I ordered some on Amazon. So now I have 8 tires coming.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
4.
Have some
not 8.
spares.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll have spares. But
Because you know this will happen. This will happen again. It's
yes.
You can't predict this, so it's better to have spares.
No, it is, but it was a lot of fucking. And I don't have any money now because I'm not working. So.
Well, that's what you get for fun.
That's true.
You want to have fun, you gotta pay money.
I just wish it happened while I was fully employed. I mean, I'm technically like employed. I'm just not working there yet. But meh.
I just got a Reddit notification saying Jinwoo and the blonde girl are coming to Fortnite.
I'm not really surprised who isn't on Fortnite at this point.
We're not.
Oh, I actually saw a funny TikTok video that was like a guy going up to people at a convention and be like, oh, this guy from Fortnite and this character from Fortnite. And it was like anime, like all these random like things. But technically, yes, they are from Fortnite, I guess you could say. So silly.
Hooray.
Also, did you hear that George Foreman died?
Yes, I heard.
The creator of the George Foreman grill?
Yeah, because that's
and the many George Foreman products.
You realize he had a career before that, right?
I don't give a shit about that. I only care about his grills. I'm kidding. He was a boxer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a George Foreman grill in college. I had one. Yeah,
of course you did.
Mom got me one.
Did you ever use it?
Yeah.
Did you almost burn down your dorm?
No, I'm a good cook, Bill. Like, unlike you, I try to cook sometimes. But yes, I had a George Foreman grill, and I used it quite a few times. I'm on his Wikipedia page, and I want to know, do they not mention the grill on here?
You're like the girl I went to. You're like the girl I went to high school with who didn't realize Arnold Palmer was a real person.
Well, no, that makes sense. No, I know he did other things, but like, I only like he had the George Foreman grill.
That was literally the moment in high school where I realized we were doomed as a society.
I need to look up George Foreman. It didn't mention it on his wiki.
Like, we were watching a video talking about like history of like United States like sporting and stuff, and like they brought up Arnold Palmer, and a girl in the back just goes, he's a real person. I thought he was just a drink. And I'm just sitting there going like, I was just like horrified. I was like, this is the future. We're screwed.
He has. Oh, I want to see. Oh, can I see? He has smokeless grills, premium grills, advanced grills, beyond grilling, indoor, outdoor, basic grills. What's beyond grilling? What's in here? He has the George Foreman electric indoor grill and the red quesadilla maker.
Wonderful.
It was a sad day. I had a George Foreman grill, and it worked great.
You've been just having sad disappointment all week. I mean, one of your favorite shows is ruined forever.
Which one? Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot that. I was trying to block that out. Yeah, I was really sad when I kept seeing, like, allegations of, like, stupid. Why do people, like, once they become famous, just have to turn into a fucking asshole who, like, touches people inappropriately?
There's no official confirmation that any of that happened. It's alleged, but
I know, but like, why?
You have to say alleged though.
I know,
but say alleged.
Why is it a trend? Like when celebrities become like people become famous, they just turn into a piece of fucking shit. Like seriously, why? Like
all I know is that another person came out on that and went on this talk show. And when the person asked if you had any proof, the person went, well, no, but I was just like, are you like, Jesus Christ, people? This is why this shit always ends up being a fucking dumpster fire.
Well, it's a very tough subject because
I know. It's just like, if you're going to get on a talk show, have proof.
I mean, the other girl actually does have a lot of proof.
Yeah.
Like, because I saw like the text messages and stuff.
Yeah, that's just like...
I mean, the only thing I'm saying is thank God she was 19 and not like, at least he wasn't being a pedophile too. Like that, it was close, but at least fucking that. But it's not any better. You still shouldn't like underage girl for drinking. You have a drunk girl.
Yeah, this is why you don't. Actually, no, she wasn't even a fan. Either way, yeah, that whole thing happened.
Yeah. And it's just like I can't watch that again. All I can watch is the new seasons, which aren't nearly as funny.
Impractical Jokers, by the way.
Yes.
To be fair, though, that show has not aged well at all.
Yeah, no, it's definitely at the time it was really funny, and looking back, there's still some bits that are really funny, but
there's other ones where you
just go. Same.
Here you go. Ooh.
Yeah. Well, and then like it's because it reminded me of like that 70s show and how that show I can never watch the same again.
That's a much more serious thing.
Yeah.
Like, in a lot of ways.
I mean, like it's still just as serious though. What happened?
It's bad, but like there's full on a lot of evidence with that one. Like that's there's no alleged in that case. So.
I just want to say though, regardless, like it's
still bad.
They are still just as bad. Like yes, one is like it could have been a lot worse, but still like they went all the people involved in those incidents went through something very traumatic, and it's like you can't like undervalue anyone's experience. But it just sucks. Like why once you get money and you get famous, you got to turn into a freaking jerk. Like just be nice. Don't touch people. Thank them for helping, not for hurting. Can we live by that? Remember that? Remember when we were in elementary school?
See, Sonic the Hedgehog told us right. Remember,
that's so good.
Sonic says, "Kids." that clip pops into my head all the time. I'm always like, damn, that was such a thing.
People need to have that clip in their head because clearly it's still
that's
fucking
no
problem.
Good.
If someone touches you inappropriately,
if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good.
No good.
It's your body. No one has a right to touch you. So what do? First, you say no. Then you get out of there.
I vividly remember with the original dub of Sailor Moon. I believe at one they used to always do like those exit the same things.
They were both deep.
Yeah, and I think they had a similar one. It was not nearly as funny as "That's No Good" from Sonic.
Well, the Sonic one, there was a ton of those. That's the one that's just infamous though because of just how memeable it is.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh, by the way, did you watch Attack on Titan Junior High?
Not yet. Maybe this
You need to
weekend.
watch it before we do the episode, Bill. You gotta watch all of it. I'm also
I
gonna try
s-
and see if we can watch the movie, at least like the different ending legally.
yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can find it
Yeah, I'll try and watch it this
legally.
weekend. I still got at least 2 weeks, so
Have you been watching anything?
um nothing
Interesting?
nothing like long. Like I'm
Just
keeping
like
up with them.
your usual, like
Yeah,
the
like
ones
the
you've been watching
usual.
week to week.
Yeah, the ongoings like Daima, Apothecary Diaries. Sakamoto Days just finished.
Yes, I watched it. I
We'll be
watched it all
talking
in
about
one
that.
sitting.
It gets pretty quick. It's only 11 episodes. Solo Leveling, of course. No My Happy Marriage this week.
With his foot track out.
It's on hiatus. Actually, that episode hasn't come out dubbed yet, but yeah, stuff like that. I also watched an anime called Golden Boy, which was only it was a 6 episoder. Um, fellow GNC Studios member Thrak recommended it.
What is it on?
It's on Crunchyroll. It is the most unhinged anime I've ever watched.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about this.
It
Never mind.
like yeah, it was weird. I watched that. It was something. Yeah, other than that, there's not a ton of anime watching. I haven't really been reading either. I've been really tired this last week.
There's been a lot going on.
I slept most of last weekend, so
Well, I finally fit. I think I said that I watched all of High Score Gore, or High Score Girl, not Core. That would be a very different show. And that was really good. I'd recommend. I feel like you would really like that one.
it's on my list. It's one of the many shows on my list.
The 3D animation, it's not everyone's favorite, but I don't think it's that terrible. Especially when you see like the designs, like the art, like it translates the best it could. But then I finally finished Blue Lock. I had kind of just been like waiting. And I will say it was good. They definitely put all the money and budget towards the game, like I was talking about. So, but it is like when I was giving it a rating on Mal, it was kind of hard though to judge it because the beginning was bad. Like the animation was bad.
Is the animation better or worse than the Uzumaki like anime? Because that was pretty bad.
It was very lazy. I mean, when I was joking about the PowerPoints, I wasn't actually joking. At points, it would just be like, whee, the ball, like it's not even spinning, like it's just a straight graphic. Like it was pretty bad. But you could clearly tell that the budget was put towards the final game. And also, like, I kind of forget like how fucking weird some of the faces are during the game. So like the last couple episodes, I was just laughing because one of the main characters is like going through a breakdown because he's playing against his brother, and his brother's basically like, yeah, like I don't want, you kind of suck, so I'm gonna and he's like, you're not good at soccer. He's like, football. I don't know. I forget what they call it in Blue Lock. I'm kind of forgetting.
It's Japan, so it's probably football.
But I think they call it in the dub soccer though.
Well, they probably dubbed it soccer, but it was probably football.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what sport you're talking about.
Yes. But like the manga, and it's like how the manga drew it, but like they just drew it with like he has like Gene Simmons' tongue, and he's just playing soccer with it hanging out, and people are actually commenting on it in the game. They're like, "What the fuck's with your tongue hanging out, dude? You good?" And that was the funniest shit ever. But I finished that. I watched Sakamoto Days. I watched Chrono Crusade, which was an old one. Like this one came out in the early 2000s. And it showed. But the story wasn't that bad. It was actually kind of interesting. But like also there was just a lot more fan service than I wanted. Like they took a lot of time animating many of the female characters, and that's all I'm gonna say. A certain
Anime.
spot of them.
Anime.
Then I watched Zenshu. Then I watched I also watched Carol on Tuesday at one point. And then I watched the Saga of Tanya the Evil, which I had never clicked on before.
That sounds like some like weird indie game.
It's like the character who's like the little blonde girl in the military outfit. Have you ever seen images of that? I
No.
feel like you would have if you see. I'd never seen it before. I had no idea it was an isekai show. It was not what I was expecting, but honestly, compared to a lot of the other isekais, this one was pretty fucking interesting. So I'd actually recommend it. And I'll be finishing Dr. Stone tomorrow once the episode comes out. But
Nice.
I have too much time on my hand, but I'm at 32 new watches and 10 rewatches. Boom!
Did you see the Ned's podcast is back?
No. No,
They
why?
can't help themselves. They really can't.
The thing is that they just keep digging the hole. Like,
Yeah.
they every time they just put their foot in their mouth. And it's mostly like the Lindsay. What was her name?
No, they're all pretty bad.
She's the worst though.
The only one I think is is Cookie. He was the only one that is kind of chill.
What is the actual name? Is Lindsay her actual name?
Yeah, it's Lindsay Shaw.
She just like she needs to get help. Like that's what I honestly feel like.
They all kind of need.
Well, she needs like help, and I think like Ned. I can't remember his name.
Devin something.
Devin just needs to accept that. I'm sorry.
Accept that the show wasn't that good.
Well,
it was
the
good.
The show wasn't that good, but also like I'm sorry, but sometimes you get typecasted into a role, and guess what? And that's the chance you take with acting. And I'm sorry, but sometimes you just never become that big of an actor, and that's okay. Like there's plenty of other people on Disney and Nickelodeon who didn't become superstars. Yes, there is some who have, but like,
most of
you're
them
just embarrassing yourself at this point.
Most of them are kind of a dumpster fire too. So it's kind of just
like at this point, like you're just making yourself look bad. Like just go on, do those minor roles, enjoy a paycheck, enjoy getting paid, enjoy acting, but like you're just not gonna be you're not gonna be Robert Pattinson.
That being said, I did not listen to the new episode, so I have no idea what they're doing now. So
I will not be listening to that.
No, I don't really care because I've heard enough. I've heard enough.
Yeah, like because I know inevitably they're just gonna sound like idiots again.
Start sharing things we don't need to know.
Yeah.
You remember when it was a rewatch podcast for like the first 4 episodes,
and then it just became not one.
Then it became let's share everything about our lives that no one needs to know. Anyways, moving on from that.
Bill.
What?
It's time. What are you drinking, Bill?
I'm drinking the same thing I drink every week.
It's what flavor? Is it a different flavor?
It's whatever was in my fridge. Kiwi strawberry.
How is it? What would you rate? Well, actually, give us a fact, and then I'll give you a scale to rate it.
33.8 fluid ounces. 1 quart, 1.8 fluid ounces, liters. There you go.
Wow, that's a lot of fact for Bill. Give Bill a round of applause.
That's not an applause. That's one line.
It's still a lot for you.
What would I rate it?
On a scale of 10 starfishes doing the limbo with SpongeBob out of 12.
1 Squidward misery. I don't even know what the rating is.
Is that good? All right, just tell me, is it good?
It's fine. It's not my favorite. It was the last one of the big ones I had, so. So what are you drinking, Alex?
I am drinking. So remember the last time where I talked about the little Snapples? How I had the little ones? Because I didn't realize they made 0 sugar ones, but they do. They make 0 sugar Snapple apple. Only problem is kind of tastes like cough syrup, and like in a really bad way. It doesn't
That's
taste
fine.
the zero whatever sugar substitute. It don't taste right. So it kind
Well,
of
usually
tastes like medicine.
usually those sugar substitutes are worse than the actual sugar. So
Well, it doesn't have. Well, it went from like a bunch of calories to 10 calories. So I'll take it. But yeah, it was a little sad. But I'll give you some facts. I wouldn't recommend these. I'll just be honest. I would just get the regular Snapple and drink in moderation.
you get 2 facts.
No.
Get 2.
It's 10 calories.
Don't waste
16
your-
fluid ounces.
That's 2.
473 milliliters.
That's 2.
There's
You're
not
done.
that many facts. There's not that many facts. 0 fat, 10 grams of sodium, 0 carb, 0 sugar, 0 protein, 120 potassium, which is 2%. Serving size is 1 bottle. Produced under the authority of the Snapple Beverage Corp. And it has the address. Would you like to hear the address?
No.
What is contains phenylalanine? What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means. I kind of want to know what that is, cuz they put it in like big text.
Well,
Wait, no, hold on. Now I'm scared. La. Oh, okay, I found it. Phenylalalanine is an essential amino. Oh, it's an amino acid. Is it
Cool.
harmful?
somebody asking, is it harmful? It's essential.
It's found naturally in the milk of mammals.
Cool.
I don't know.
It's probably fine.
I hope it's not dairy or else I'll shit myself. No, just kidding.
Thanks for sharing.
I'm lactose intolerant. Can you take that out?
No, no. You said it. It's staying.
No, it was a burp.
Anyways,
Wait, can you keep it playing for a bit?
no.
Please. Please. Please.
No. All right. So let's move on to our topic for this episode.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
So for our topic for this episode, we're going kind of a throwback to a sort of earlier episode we had done. This is like season 1, like the very early days when we were boring as fuck.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about our first PCs. We've talked about these PCs multiple times on the show.
Alright,
Made
Bill,
s-
just say it.
Made some jokes about them that came off wrong, and I apologize to our mother. It was not the intent.
Good.
So I want to actually do this episode because I want to actually talk about them and explain a little bit. So
Mhm.
our first PCs me and Alex had, they're kind of infamous on the internet. Nowadays, in retrospect, I want to say, I want to preface retrospectively, these PCs have been kind of the butt of many jokes. They are the Patriot Computers, Hot Wheels, and Barbie PCs. You've probably seen them online, like because they tend to pop up in like PC circles every now and then. They were for the late 90s. So I actually found a CNET article talking about these when they came out. They were very late 90s PCs. They were, I believe Patriot Computers was like a company, like a division of Mattel at the time. And they were kind of sold as like this big like bundle set. Now, what I find very entertaining is the fact that the CNET article describes them as cheap and affordable, and then you look at the price and you go, what were they smoking? Like these things were expensive.
Well, they were, but you could also put them on a payment plan. It looks like
True.
it says.
Yeah, you
'cause
could-
it's $14.98 per month.
Apparently
So-
that went up. Actually, no, that price is apparently a cut because the advertisement shows them as $700 each.
It looks like there's multiple. It depends on which one, because I see one that actually says $5.99. So it might have gone up, it might have gone down. It also could be
Maybe.
like the accessories that are with it.
Possibly, yeah. Fun fact, still got this.
Oh, you still do?
I still got the CD binder.
That's so funny. I might still have it. It might not be with me, but it might still be in my old. No, actually, I don't know.
It might be up in your
somewhere.
attic. It
Yeah.
might be in your attic somewhere.
Maybe.
Yeah, so in the previous episodes I'd mentioned these were kind of crappy PCs. And when I say that, what I meant was nowadays, even for like the late 90s, like this is coming from someone who just knows more about computers nowadays. They were kind of they weren't well put together. Like I've watched videos on them. And they were kind of like they were very peculiar PCs. Like I've watched videos of this one guy. He's a pretty well-known YouTuber called Lazy Game Reviews. He did a whole series where he found 2 like busted ones and he restored them.
Yep.
Like there's a point where he actually puts one of the motherboards in his oven to reflow it, and it actually works.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a cool little restoration video. The thing about them was they were very, because they were in those kind of cute little tiny little towers. They had to kind of compress everything together. And the way that they were kind of built was they would kind of overheat, and they had
they are much tinier than I remember. Like looking at the images online, I'm like, oh yeah, like those are puny.
Yeah, well,
and I have a tower computer today, like that.
Oh, yeah.
Bigger. I mean, mine's quite a few years old itself, but she's still kicking, and I love her.
They were very much a gimmick. They were a gimmick, which is I think safe to say.
Yeah.
They were cute. They were designed for kids, and they were meant to play the specific software that came with them, and they weren't really meant to play anything newer.
Yeah.
That being said, that I'm just talking about the computers themselves. I'm not talking about our experiences with them, because I think that's where we didn't ever really get into that when we brought up the computers in the past. Because we had these computers for a very long time. Like
because when did we first get these? Because I remember we used to use
that we had that one family computer down in the kitchen that was like just on one of the it was on like the table in the corner back when there was that really tiny table. We had that one that we shared, and then we got these, and I remember these because these were pre XP. XP was not a thing yet.
Yes, these were Windows 98. I think I saw a photo. Yeah.
No, they were 98 because I remember there were other computers in the house were 95. These were 98.
These were not MacBooks.
And they were
Windows.
They were definitely Windows. They were actually kind of neat. Like, as gimmicky as it was, they did go all out with the gimmick. Like,
these are so fun. Like, they don't make shit like this anymore. Like, these also remind me of like the Disney TVs, or like they had like a whole bunch of them, like SpongeBob.
They're super dumb, but like in that really charming way.
Because I mean, like this one, it was decked out. Like it was decked out in the color scheme of like Hot Wheels at the time. Which
sorry about that technical hiccup. We were talking about the look of the PCs.
Oh yeah, well this might be repeating, so sorry if you just heard me say this, but it was basically, it mimicked like the Hot Wheels color scheme of the time, that very vibrant blue with the yellow and red flames, as you can see on there, almost like a bluey purple. Oh wait, no, they can't. Yeah, because I don't have any makeup on. But
they also had that really goofy thing that would attach to the keyboard, like the little like lip thing.
Well, that's like a what is it called?
It's like a ergonomics.
It's like an ergonomic support. Those are common today. My old not my current keyboard, but like one of my favorite keyboards that I don't have anymore was an ergonomic one, and they always have those lips. That's pretty common. But they also just added another piece that they could decorate and make it, kitty themed. Because the Barbie one.
Yeah, I feel like the Barbie one kind of got the short end of the stick in a few ways.
In this way, yes, I would agree.
The Hot Wheels one is so aggressive, like with how colorful it is.
I feel like It honestly probably though was like a thing of like probably like the paints being more expensive than others. I'm sure that vibrant pink was probably just more expensive than like the
Also,
blue or the yellow.
The Barbie branding at that point was also kind of subdued in the 90s.
Yeah, it was going with like a more Barbie was going with a more, you know, I'd almost say like techno tech technology theme Barbie. I don't know. But it's like silver, it has some pink accents, pink flowers and pink, green, and purple flower
Well, you know
accents.
what I think it was? I think it's much easier for the flowers to pop on like a more subdued like gray background.
Yeah, and they probably just went for a style thing. Um, and the mouse had it,
Even
and
the mouse, the speaker, everything was themed
was
for these
that
computers.
yeah, which is really fun. And I mean, like, it was a good deal for like the whole bundle of everything you were getting. Plus, you were getting some computer games as well. Um,
You
and
got a
for each
whole
one,
bunch.
yes. And for each one too. Well, and it's funny that they came that way because nowadays most people would say that's a really bad way of storing your seat in those cases.
Yes.
Well, you still have them, but like apparently they're like not good for the discs and stuff. But oh well, it was a different time.
You know
But
what's fun
it's
too? I have all the games still,
oh, you
including
can't play any of them.
Arthur,
Fucking love those games.
Teacher
Living Tree.
Trouble,
Um, each of the
Living
computers.
Book.
Oh, Living Book. No, I can't. I mix up Living Book with the Giving Tree book.
Mm,
Well, and that's why 'cause it is a book.
true.
Each of them both had their own accessory. Um, I know for also Barbie got the short hand of the stick again because
Well, because girls don't play video games; they take pictures.
the Hot Wheels one was so much fucking better. Like it had like a little driver wheel set up
to,
for racing
to be
games and
fair, I loved it as a kid, but that wheel did not work at all.
you were a kid, you had no idea. I mean, I
I
don't think
didn't.
the camera worked. In all honesty,
Well,
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
that
you ever
camera
could.
worked.
Well, no, I think the problem was the camera required the internet, and that was a no-no.
Oh, yeah.
The steering wheel was kind of cheap, but then again, all the steering wheels from that era were kind of cheap because it literally the pedals were just buttons,
Yeah.
and the wheel kind of like it didn't have any feedback. It was literally just a wheel, which as a kid was fun. But I remember like being terrible at all those games to the point where I just used the keyboard because it was easier.
Yep. Well, you know, it's the circle of life. No, it's not.
It was
But
fun, but it was
no,
just
they were really fun.
it was 90s. Like the 90s stuff just didn't age well, like in a sense. But that doesn't mean we didn't like it back then. Well, we were kids.
Well, also the thing is too is like one thing that you have to remember is that the target audience was for kids. It was to play those themed video computer games, and that was it. That's really all it was made for. It wasn't made for to be used for um high functioning PCs that were used for like coding things and like business. It wasn't used for that. It was for kids playing stupid little computer games.
You know, my favorite thing though is like looking through the games, like there was some very interesting stuff like Hot Wheels Rally
Mm.
and the logical journey of the Zumbini.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
they
that game.
basically gave like all those like generic like all the kids computer games that were out.
I love this one, yeah, because a kid needs this. Hot Wheels Tattoo Designer.
Yeah. I
Um,
believe there was a Barbie tattoo designer game too. I'm pretty certain.
or something similar. Oh, the official collector's guide for Hot Wheels,
Mhm.
Cyber Patrol Internet Safety, a bunch of racing games,
Mhm.
um, the Clue Finders Math, um, Writing and Creativity, the Math Workshop. There was a lot of edutainment with these.
Yeah.
My favorite, the Oregon Trail third edition. I could never get past the first screen as a kid. Now I know how to play it, and I wish I could still play it.
Aw.
Body Works, Mavis Beacon teaches typing. I don't think I ever used that.
Yeah. Well, you had to
um,
do it in school.
yeah, and I hated it. I cheated all the time.
Would you just keyboard mash?
I used to. Oh, yeah, I'd like do the 2-finger hunt and peck because that's just easy. The National Geographics of the 90s. That's actually, I used to like just look through these all the time as a kid because I found that stuff interesting.
Hmm.
Um, the World Atlas 3D. And the quintessential came with every PC. It probably came with yours too, and you just don't remember. Myst. Because
Missed.
everything came with Myst. And I remember
That's so funny.
hopelessly being lost in Myst. Oh, I also got Reader Rabbit. I Can Read. Um,
So
Thomas and
silly.
Friends, Trouble on the Tracks.
Some of those might
Um,
have been
yeah, some of them were because there's this
bought
weird Power
outside.
Rangers. There's this weird Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue game too. Um, yeah, but fun, goofy stuff. I always remember too, like the Hot Wheels games were like super, like they had that like 90s like cheese to them. Like Stunt Track Driver is probably the most famous one because it used like these bizarre like pre-rendered like graphics, and like you would like
Mhm.
fall into like sand buckets and stuff, and there was like cats and dogs running across. Just goofy shit.
Trying to see if there's any like list of like games that were.
So if you look on that image, you can actually see all the games down below. Like Detective Barbie was one of them.
Wait, you can? What
Yeah.
image?
So if you look at that advertisement, you can see the line of games.
Oh, okay. Let me get back to that.
Like I already see for yours a lot of the same like Mavis Beacon and like the educational ones, but then for this is actually where you got all the oh yeah, there was a Barbie tattoo game. Um
I knew it.
Yet
I'm
there's the
trying to see.
princess one. There's the
Trying to get
ocean
a.
discovery one, the sports one, the horse adventure one. All of the ones that you played are here.
Trying to zoom in. Let me see. No, because I definitely. Oh, I can't zoom in that much. I guess. Uh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mist is on there.
Yeah, well, yeah. Miss just came with both.
Some of
uh,
these I can't read. I think I see the teaches
oh,
typing thing, but
and Kid Pix. Kid Pix was one of them.
what is Kid Pigs?
You don't remember Kid Pix?
No.
Oh my god, Kid Pix was like the greatest thing. That was like computer lab, all we would do. So Kid Pix was literally it was Microsoft Paint but fun. Like rather like like you could just paint, it was basically like a paint program, but like it was like
Hmm.
goofy. Like you could put bricks on the screen, or like you could draw like in cement. And my favorite is when you wanted to like erase, rather than just pressing an erase button, you could use dynamite to blow it up.
It's so silly.
That's like all we did in like computer lab because we were dumb children and just
You
wanted to.
actually have to admit this price was actually a good bargain for the amount of content you were getting. That was a good price. I mean, like, because you're getting that many games, you're getting the whole computer, the whole additional accessories, everything, and then an extra like special accessory for it. I don't actually think the price was that bad.
I A part of me finds it a little questionable that the boy one got all the educational stuff and the girl one got Barbie. Like just a bunch of Barbie
Well,
games.
they made so many. I feel like they could only make so many Hot Wheels games that were different. Thing with Barbie though is you could do so much with it. I
True.
think some of the Barbies were, because I mean there was Detective Barbie, which is the best Barbie game.
There
There
was
was
also a Barbie math game, it looks like.
me. I can't tell.
Or no, maybe
I
not.
see
That's
the
down on
tattoo
mine too.
designer. I see Riding Club, Super Sports, Ocean Discovery, and then there's a couple others, but I just can't tell in the ad.
There's
Uh,
one of the princess ones. Mist is really funny on that Barbie list. Like the
yeah,
mist looks so out of place. Um,
no, but that's probably why. Like,
yeah, but
there's more you could do with Barbie versus Hot Wheels, so it had more games.
that's totally the creepy ocean game though that I was talking about, that ocean discovery one.
Yeah,
And then there's that horse one that was also weird. Like the one with like the mystery horses and shit. It was like a 2D side
mm,
scroller.
yeah.
And then Detective Barbie. You know what was also actually we'll have to ask mom on this because I don't actually know. I wonder if it actually came with the boxes or they came in the disc thing already. Probably were in the disc thing already.
I feel like they came in the disc thing. Um, but who knows? I don't know. I can't
See,
remember.
I do like how it says 20 software titles worth over 500, but then there's a really small caveat: average retail price, retail package not included. It's kind of being like
Mm.
500, kind of like don't read any further.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, like, that's still though a good deal, especially if you consider. I mean, if you were to buy this now, like a PC, and it had a bunch of games included, like, I mean, like, this is a pretty nice bundle for kids. Because all these games were games too that could be played for hours and hours and hours and hours on end.
yeah, the only thing, like the actual package isn't bad. The only thing that really these PCs kind of had issues with was they were incredibly failure prone, from what I've read. Like we got sort of lucky. I know we had issues with them as well
Mm-hmm.
back in the day, but they were apparently very failure prone just because of the way they were designed. Like they were very cramped
Yep.
and it caused a lot of issues. We kind of got lucky for the most part. I
Mm-hmm.
know I had to get the disk drive replaced because of an incident that happened that you might have been responsible for. Um,
What?
oh, you don't remember that?
No,
No, the disk drive was out and you ran through my room and broke my disk drive.
I did.
Yeah, you were very young, so you probably don't remember. I remember I was very upset.
I don't think I did it on purpose.
No, you didn't. It was because you were being a 3-year-old running around like a spaz. You know.
Yeah. Okay, I thought it was like you were saying I
No,
did like
no, you
malicious.
didn't. You didn't maliciously do it. I just remember it as a memory
It's gonna
where
be
I
like
was
I
very
don't feel
upset.
like I would do that.
I just remember being very well, no, because I remember it was traumatic for you too, because you fell and screamed, and it was traumatic for both of us because you broke my computer and then you hurt yourself.
I.
It
It's so
was
funny when we do
it
this
was a
because
fun childhood moment.
no, yeah, it's funny looking back on stuff like that. Barbie as the Princess Bride. That's it. That was one of the ones that I can never remember, but then I remember and I'm like, oh,
Well, that's why I always remember. I remember mine was always kind of janky because we had to replace the disk drive on mine, and so it just had a white disk drive, and it just looked out of place after that forever.
it was fine.
Oh, it was
Say,
just funny.
is there any way to play like games like from your childhood? I wish they just had like a site, like someone just made a site that you could just play all these old PC games.
They might be on my abandonware, but I don't know if they're playable. That's the thing.
Oh, because I miss. I used to love this Barbie as the Princess Bride game, which is so funny now because like now I look at getting married and I'm like, eh, like it's not saying that's super appealing to me anymore. But as a kid, like beautiful, pretty wedding dresses and stuff, and wedding cakes, and the thought of it, it's just like, oh, so pretty,
Do you
so
remember your
nice.
home screen too was always just covered in like the little shortcuts because we were stupid and didn't realize that was bad.
Well, I mean, that was just like the stand. I mean, I won't lie. Sometimes, like when I'm working and I like just need to find stuff quickly, I do save a shortcut. If it's like a working document, and my home screen have on my current PCs can sometimes look like that. Not this one. This one I keep clean, but my work ones sometimes have ended up like a disaster that I've had to organize.
Sometimes if I'm at work and I see a computer that just has like a shit ton of those everywhere, I'll just like walk over and I'll move some of them around just to fuck with the person.
How dare you? Moby Games? What's Moby Games?
That's a video game info site.
Because I found it on there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can download on there or not.
What's my abandonware?
My abandonware might have that stuff. I'm
I
not sure if it'll
don't
be playable.
I don't want to download anything. Um, but oh, this was like one of my favorite games. I just freaking love that game.
You know what I love about this article
Meh.
too? It's
What?
so 90s.
Yeah. The advertisement or the
Well, the advertisement's incredibly 90s. The article from 99 is really funny too because it's
oh,
very
is that what
clearly.
this is? Like just an oh okay that they just upload from 99.
Well, it's probably been on their website for a while because you got to remember the internet's been around for longer than you'd think.
Yeah. It's just funny looking at it. Well, it's funny now because now I feel like you don't see stuff like this anymore. Like, because even those TVs, I feel like this is the perfect time to talk about those. Like
Disney
you
TVs.
don't make stuff. Yeah, like, but they also had like other brands too. Because like I see there was a Pirates of the Caribbean one, a Pooh Bear one. There was a
Well, you
Cars
also got to
one.
remember too that the '90s was like that time for like weird because PCs were still in their infancy, basically, like the modern PC, I should say. And
Yeah.
that's when all the gimmicky stuff kind of came out. Because after a certain point, like stuff like this just wouldn't happen anymore. You just get a standard tower.
Well, these were 2000s. The TVs were definitely 2000s era, not I don't think these were 90s. These were definitely 2000s.
Well, the reason you don't
But I
get
remember
TVs like that
you had
any
did you have which one did you have?
I did not have one of these. I had a standard box TV because
Oh, you
I
did.
had one of those fun old school TVs with the built-in VCR.
Yeah,
Hell
yeah.
yeah, VCR.
I had the the Mickey Mouse one, but it was pink colors.
It was a
It wasn't.
Minnie Mouse themed one because there was two. There was the Disney Princess TV, and then there was the Minnie Mouse themed one, which was just a pink version of the Mickey Mouse one.
There was many of them built. There was a Cars one, there was a Pooh Bear one, there looks
I've
like a
seen the Cars one. The
Spider-Man.
Cars one is horrifying.
The Shrek TV is the
Ugh.
greatest creation. There's a
You don't
it looks like a SpongeBob one, a Supergirl one. There's a
dr-
ton of them.
I
I
always
made a
remember
lot of these.
I always remember the mini one that you had because it came with a DVD player. You had a DVD player. I had a
Well, it
VCR.
came with a DVD player, but it wasn't a part of it. It was a separate thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Um,
attached to it.
I remember though, because like you would watch nothing but DVDs in that thing, and then you would play that weird mall madness game.
The plug and play game?
Yeah, that mall game that you would play nonstop.
That game was Mall Madness is actually not what you were thinking of. Mall Madness was a board game I had.
Right.
The
It
plug
was
and play
some.
one. I don't remember what it was called.
We
If I
talked
look,
about it in episode
we did. All right, refer back to that if you want to hear about
episode
that.
41. We're probably boring, but yeah, we talked about it in that one in that episode.
Yeah, this is so funny. Like looking back, I mean, when else are we going to talk about these? Like, this is the only time to bring them up in this episode because I feel like they fall in the same category. Like they just don't make anything like fun like this anymore.
Do you
Uh,
remember the fly pen computers?
no, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, there was these pen like interactive pens that they had back in the day. Me and you both had them, and they were those things that I feel like were like so complicated that children just could never figure out. Let me see if I can find
Fly
it.
pen? Wasn't it computer or was it just a pen?
It was a pen computer. I
But
found it.
it's not like a computer. I was thinking,
Well, no, they use the word computer very liberally. Um,
yeah.
it was an interactive pen that you could program, and it could do weird. You were supposed to be able to draw like a calculator, and then you could use the drawn calculator because the weird. I tried it, never worked. Um, yeah, I remember those. I remember we used to mess around with those. Oh yeah, Leapfrog made these. Leapfrog
That
made all
sounds.
of this shit. I swear to
That,
God.
it's not shit. It was great. You take that back right now. Everything Leapfrog did was amazing. And I am so grateful, Mom, for everything you got for us, unlike your ungrateful son. I love you, Mom.
Refer back to our Leapfrog episode where you refer to multiple things as shit. Just,
No, I never said that.
why are you turning
Ever.
red?
I'm not. My skin, I used a different product and my skin's reacting. I
And I
actually
never
can
s-
feel my
I
face
did
slightly burning, so
yeah.
I don't remember. I like remember these, but I don't remember like
I remember we owned them, and I always remember we could never figure out how they worked because like a lot of these things were interesting ideas on paper, but then we actually tried to use them, they never made sense. But also like children's brains just don't function like
well,
properly.
yeah, especially yours. You're a dumb child. Just kidding.
You were one to talk. You
I'm
were one to
kidding.
talk.
All right, we both were. We were kids. We were both stupid. Leapfrog. What else did Leapfrog?
They made many a thing.
Products. Oh, I can't type. There we go. Oh, they're so. I want to find like 2000 stuff. Thank you. Someone else had this Google search.
You don't want to look at the modern stuff so we can comment on it again, how hideous it is?
No, like did you have a Leapster or was it just me?
You had the Leapster. I had the Quantum Pad and the iQuest PDA.
iQuest. I had the Leapster. Oh, I miss Leapfrog. That was a time. I wonder if I have it in the attic. I'll have to ask Mom. I need to know now.
Out of curiosity,
do you remember? Wait, before we clear, because I remember you having this. Do you remember the Quantum Leapfrog interactive talking globe?
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes.
That was cool.
Yeah, no, it was. It was how I learned about where stuff was. I found one.
What?
I looked up the Hot Wheels computer on eBay. Some guy's selling one for $4,000. No, thank you.
Incredible. You should buy it. And then
you can buy the Barbie. You can. Why would?
As an apology.
What? Yeah,
like, I'm sorry.
I'll buy the computer, and so Mom can have junk in her house.
I'm sorry, I was an ungrateful brat. No.
I never said I disliked the computers. Okay.
I'm just shitting on you. You make it so easy.
Oh, you can buy the monitor and speakers for $1,000.
I think you should buy the monitor and put a framed photo of you and Mom in there, and have it in small text. Say, "I'm sorry."
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you agreed in those older episodes.
No, I did not. I did not. Mom, I love you.
Oh, shit, excuse me.
Are you taking the bullshit that I love my mother? You take those words out of your mouth right now. I feel like this Snapple is making me lose my mind. I don't know.
It's possible. Wrong. You know what I remember the most with these computers, though?
No, I don't care.
Playing those SpongeBob games.
Oh yeah. I feel like we had attempted, but when we eventually got new computers.
The turning point, I remember the exact turning point where we realized these things were not going to make it much longer. We tried to play The Sims on them. It didn't work. It didn't work at all.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of The Sims, they still haven't fixed The Sims 2.
Oh yeah, they broke it like bad.
Yeah, they broke it, and they still have not fixed it. And they've done several updates for Sims 4. And I've tried playing Sims 4, and I just don't like it.
Yeah, it's not as fun.
It's not as fun. Sims 2 is just the best. Give it back!
Yeah, but I wanted to talk about these computers again because I wanted to point out that I just wanted to correct what I had said earlier.
Right your wrongs.
In older episodes, I never hated the computers. I loved the computers as a kid. I was just talking about retroactively there. When we actually take them apart and deep dive into them, they're fascinating, is the nicest way I'll put it. Because I don't want to be mean. That being said, as children, we had a blast with them.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure we abused the hell out of those things because we would never turn them off properly because children are stupid.
Yeah, power.
Unplug. Won't turn off. Unplug the computer. That fixed it. Why does game not work? Why does game not work? Oh, I tried opening everything at once and it didn't work. I'm surprised. God,
Kids.
Children are dumb. No, but it's a very nostalgic point in
What? You're nothing. ASMR. ASMR time. You take that off the screen right
It was
fucking
on
now.
this. It was on the
Ew.
screen for a good
Ew.
20 minutes, and you didn't say a word.
I was commenting on the inside. ASMR, Bill.
Anyways,
Talking ASMR for the
that was a fun.
video.
That was a fun period of our time,
It
though.
was very fun.
I thank our mother for
Yes.
caring.
Thank you, Mother, for caring. Can you hear me?
You're not sounding very genuine when you do this.
I am very fucking genuine. Mom, I love you. Back to ASMR.
No.
Yes.
Anyways,
Can
though,
you hear? Wait, can you hear me when I whisper talk?
barely.
I'll talk a little louder, but whisper.
None of that. Anyways, guys, once again,
Fuck you, bitch.
yeah, very nice.
Oh,
Anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us
Take
on
off
the
your
Gaming and
cheater
Collecting
banner.
podcast.
no one's here. You don't
don't-
need that for just the website. It's quiz time. What's the name of the website? Without looking at your cheater banner.
It's in the corner of the damn screen.
It is?
Because it's on autopilot and I do it every time. Anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us on the Gaming Collecting Podcast. You can find the Gaming Collecting Podcast on all the major podcasting platforms, particularly on Apple Podcast and Spotify. And be sure to check us out over on the Superpod Network. That is superpodnetwork.com. No, Alex, no one cares. Superpodnetwork.com. You can find, it's an awesome site where you find a whole bunch of different podcasts, shows, videos, blogs. Currently doing a series of blogs on PlayStation games. Be sure to check that out. No one buys your crocodile tears.
Everyone buys my crocodile tears.
But anyways, guys, once again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you all later.
No, you won't.